Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think y'all heard me last week when I brought you my pure 1v1 dominant ISO God build. And in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hammer down the fact that I am who I say I am in these 1v1 streets or in these 2K streets regardless. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on those post notifications. Now, I went on a streak in the 1v1 court like how I often do, you know, how I usually do, same day, different schedule, you feel me? But I want to bring you all like 3 games out of the like 10 games that I played where I didn't lose not one time. And just to show you all that I am who I say I am. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on those post notifications. Now, in this first game, ladies and gentlemen, that you're watching, me and this guy, we really couldn't get the best of each other. You know, we're really going to be trading baskets back and forth, going for 2s, going for 3s, you know, basketball. But this game really came down to who is going to make the worst mistake. You feel me? That's what it really came down to. Who's going to make the worst mistake? And as you can see, well, it's very early on. I can't really get the best of him. He can't really get the best of me. And we're just trading baskets. We're just going back and forth. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that you don't want it as bad as me, you don't. You don't want it as bad as me. Now, I left him open. You could say I should have played better defense. And, you know, that has its place. But when it comes down to getting the win, you might as well bet on your boy every single time, because I'm going to do what it takes to win. Sometimes dribbling fancy isn't called for, you know, and this is one of those games where it just wasn't called for. You feel me? It's just get a bucket, and go about my day. And as you can see, the game is close. I'm down by 1, and you know, he has the upper hand. He's clamping me up right now, so I got to do what I could do to create space, and I'm gonna get to that rack. You feel me? I'm gonna get to that rack. I'm gonna do what needs to be done, but I can't just let up. And this was a sweaty game. Like, I usually don't have sweaty games in the theater, you know what I'm saying, because you know, it's not a whole lot of sweats that be in the theater or whatever. Now, there be cheating. People be cheating, you feel me? There's a whole lot of cheaters in the theater, but they don't necessarily be that sweaty, and you can actually beat the cheaters. You just, you know, gotta play tight defense. But as you can see, this man got takeover. I don't have takeover yet. I'm working to get takeover, and you know, he has the advantage. He's up by 2 points, and I'm doing what I can do, but he can't guard me, and I can't necessarily guard him. You know, I'm just keeping it real with you. You feel me? And this game could have gone either way. You know, there was no clear winner of who was going to win, because as you can see, that's all we have been doing, trading baskets. But he can't guard me, and I can't guard him, and it's tied up 17-17. And once again, this is where I was, you know, streaking up. This is actually the second game. My first game was kind of boring, so I didn't want to really show that. So that's why I made this game the first game of the video, because it was hectic, man. And as you can see, shot clock on him, because I'm actually playing decent defense. I actually had to pay attention. You feel me? Sometimes in the theater, I could just go brain dead, you know, and not have to really just try a whole lot, especially on this build, ladies and gentlemen, because this is by far one of my favorite builds. Actually, it is my favorite build. I'm just gonna be honest. No hate on my 6'8" demigod ISO build, you feel me, that can play all modes, all game modes. But this build right here, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what it is. It's just chef's kiss, man. It's just perfect, you know, especially for the 1v1. Now, I missed that shot right there. Now, he has a chance to win this game, but is he going to win it? Come on now, you watching the Black Raiden video. Because he pooched the last shot. And this is my last attempt to try to get the win, but y'all know me. Y'all know me. When the game is on the line and I got the ball, I'm going to do what needs to be done. Come on, man. Let's go ahead and get this next game rolling. Game number 2, which technically is game number 3. I'm playing a shorter guy. I think he was like 6'4" and everything. And one thing that impressed me about him, and the reason why I kept this in the video, or should I say, is because he was extremely fast. Way faster than me. I could hardly keep up with that man. So I have to, in order to guard him, I have to anticipate his moves. You feel me? And I get it. That's what defense, you know, technically is. But it's different when you're facing somebody who is, you know, physically faster than you and has more agility than you. And I will say this, I think he had like a 90 something speed or like a 90 agility. I don't know. One of those was in the 90s. But I gotta do what I gotta do. And one of the advantages that I have over this man is that I'm taller than him and I can shoot over him. Now, I could have jumped and possibly have gotten a block there, but my instincts told me just keep my hands up. I thought that was going to be good enough. But come on now, what color is that? Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Green. What other color would it be? Get it out the bottom of the net, man. You're going to have to shoot if you want to win, sir. You're going to have to shoot if you want to win. Now, I get it. You know, the game's technically kind of close, but come on, man. It ain't going to, and that's a bad layup. That's a bad take. That's on me. It's on me. You know, I don't shy away from when I make a bad mistake or when I, make a mistake in these videos. I show y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I don't cheat and I keep it real with my audience. You feel me? But come on, let's just be real. Y'all think I'm gonna lose? Oh man, I get it, man. And not to say that I've never lost, you know what I'm saying? I have lost before, but this ain't the time, nor is it the place. You feel me? Because come on now, get it out the bottom of the net. I ain't even got to say what color it was because you already know. And if you don't know, just rewind the tape. You feel me? And that should have been a block. That really should have been a block. And we need to have a serious, conversation on what is considered a block in 2K. That's another bad take by me. But what is a block considered in 2K? We need to study the dunk meter and different things like that. I'm not saying this is a perfect game. Am I still having fun? Of course I am, especially on this build, ladies and gentlemen. And I finally get a stop on this man who is clearly just running circles around me. But you can't keep doing that forever, thinking that I'm not going to catch on. And once again, you're too small. You're too small. I'm going to shoot over you. That's just what it is, man. Because look at the score. I'm up by 3. And I know that doesn't really mean anything, especially in this year's edition of 2K. And I get another stop. He could have easily came back and won this game. But alas, I am Black Raiden, the ISO god. And come on now. You got to get that out the bottom of the net. You got to get that out the bottom of the net, man. Because now I'm starting to run away with the lead. And I know you want to rim run it. I know you want to rim run because you had every opportunity to shoot and you didn't. Another stop. See, one thing that I tell, like, not only, my audience, y'all, the subscribers. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button if you want to see more videos on this build and everything. But I tell people that I talk to about this 2K stuff, man. If you really want to get good at defense, if you really want to get good at the game in general, play the 1v1 court, man. Because you will learn exactly how people play. And look at him. Trying to rim run every single game cost him the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this last and final game. But before we do that, I just want to show y'all the stats, man. Your boy went perfect from 3. I'm just saying 85 3 ball. That's all I'm saying. Now, this last game here, ladies and gentlemen, I included this to be the last game because I just wanted to show how the majority, I ain't gonna say the majority, but a lot of people in the 2K community play, especially in the 1v1. Either they play really tight defense or they do this. Look at him. He's just gonna leave me open hoping that I miss. Nah, buddy, I ain't one of them. I ain't one of them, buddy. You might get one shot that I miss. Maybe two. But I'm not a consistent person that misses shots. I'm sorry. I'm just not, man. It is what it is. So you're not, okay, you're just gonna sag off. All right, there's no need for me to dribble. There's no need for me to do anything. Okay, I mean, cool. If this is what you want to do, but I'm on you. I play defense. I'm on you. I am on you, sir. Okay, you just, okay. Oh, all right. I missed that. Like I told you, I ain't no perfect shooter, but I ain't gonna miss too many more. So you either gonna do something with it or you're not. What you gonna do? Okay, I'm behind you. Bad defense on my part. That's fine. You can have that. You can have that bucket, but you got a long hill to climb, sir, if you think you're gonna catch me. And not only that, if you're gonna win, especially when I'm shooting this good. Come on now. You leaving me open. This is kind of your fault. No shade to you. And if you're watching this video, if you run across this video, no shade to you. I know you hopped on the mic and you was telling me different things like that. And I would have included your audio in this video, but you had copyrighted music playing. You feel me? So I can't just edit that out and only single your voice and all this other stuff. That would take too long. So I just muted everything, but I get what you were trying to do. You were trying to psychologically get in my head and, trying to predict that I was going to miss and all of these different things like that. It didn't work, buddy. I'm sorry. It didn't work. I think you were streaming as well, but I don't know. You know, I'm just getting buckets out here. You feel me? And I don't know if you noticed the score or not, but yeah. Some things just are what they are. Learn to like it, learn to live with it. They say diamonds are forever, and so is your boy Black Ray. Now, you can do all of this, but sir, too many behind the backs. You are not me. You are not me, sir. I get it. And yeah, you got that. You clamped that. So you're going to finally play some defense. All right, cool. You're going to finally play some defense. So you're just, okay, you're not going to play defense. That's cool. That's cool. I'm going to get a bucket regardless. I'm going to get a bucket regardless, whether you like it or not, sir. I don't care. You know, shoot the ball. Do what you need to do. Okay, do what you need to do. See, one too many behind the backs. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling y'all, I told y'all last week in the video when I brought you this build that this was probably the best build for the pure 1v1. If you're looking for a pure 1v1 build, make this build. Matter of fact, it'll be linked at the end of this video because this video is quickly coming to an end. As you can see, he's not going to come back. You know, you feel me? This was losers out. So whether he makes this shot or not, I was going to get the ball back regardless. You feel me? I was going to get this ball back regardless. It just is what it is because he's just going to leave me open. All right. You know what? I'm just going to break your ankles for game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. And if you want to see how I made that build or, you know, any type of build, make sure you click this video on your screen right here.